Hello, Captains. This is Kent again, and welcome to the flight show. Okay, so guess what? We're doing a redo. We are going to make our destination that we tried to do last time from Rafael Hernandez, Aguadilla, or rather, that's where we're going to. The last flight we were leaving Barbados, and we were trying to get to Rafael Hernandez, Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, but our landing gear wouldn't come up because after some people who watched the video and were able to analyze it, they were saying, yeah, you left your gear pins in the landing gear, and with that they will not retract. Now, here's the funny thing about it. I have never, that I recalled, directly dealt with the gear pins, and I think it's because when I first bought the Dash-8, I bought it along with FS Crew's, accompanying co-pilot or first officer. So I believe that in the setup, the first officer handled the gear pins all the time. So, it's kind of crazy. You get reliant on it, but the benefit of doing it by yourself is you do know all your systems. The benefit of having FS Crew is that you have something to shoulder the workloads. So I guess it's just, goes to say, kind of get a feel for doing things on your own and then let FS Crew assist you. Because at least then you know all your systems. So, learning experience. So, we have our passengers that are coming in and loading the aircraft. I have already taken care of the navs, so as soon as they sit down, all we'll have to do is get out of here so we can enjoy a good flight from here to Puerto Rico. Not going to the airport I think most people associate with Puerto Rico, which is, I believe, its largest airport, which is is it San Juan? Yeah. But we're not going there. No, we will be going to, as I mentioned before, Rafael Hernandez. So I'm looking forward to this flight. I hope it's interesting for you, and we will get out of here. The baggage I think has already been handled, so all we got to do is wait for this bus to leave. We'll be getting out of here soon. Unless we're waiting on that guy, which would be crazy considering that passengers are already on board. And look, we even have a flight coming in. Yes, I am using Ultimate Traffic Live. Love Ultimate Traffic Live. I just really love all the bells and whistles to help you feel like you're in a very immersive experience. That it's just not you against the world. It's everybody working together to make these airports run properly, and so on and so forth. But okay, so just looking at it, I was busy making sure the aircraft was together and everything. Ooh, baggage is having a fight with the airplane. I'm going to let them handle that out there because that's crazy. And our passengers have already been boarded, so I'm going to bring you back as soon as I'm sure. It looks to me like those are the bags. So, I will bring you back as soon as we get that going, and then we will get out of here to Puerto Rico. Okay, baggage was dropped off. We are closing and boarding up, and we are ready to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and see, we have the APU running, so let's go ahead and remove our ground power unit. And we can request pushback.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Excellent. I would be inclined to use FS Crew's Ultimate Ground Crew, but it doesn't work with the Dash-8 just yet, so we'll go with GSX.
Locking gear.
I do love being able to talk to the ground crew like with FS Crew, but admittedly GSX still has the better human models, in my opinion. Now, if you can put those two worlds together, all right, we want our nose left and tail right.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, these actually should be here. I did not tell this to be in cold and dark, so that was my mistake. So let's go ahead and start. Left engine. I know I'm behind the 8-ball. Now that I think about it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of our airline, we would like to welcome you on board of our deck. For takeoff and landing, these devices must be switched off, and the cellular phones may not be used during the entire
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention to the international safety regulations. This aircraft has 6 emergency exits. 2 exits are located in the front.
We're going to do flaps 10 for takeoff.
They are marked with the exit sign.
And we can confirm that we have a good engine start.
Safety belts. To fasten the seatbelt, put the 2 ends together. Tighten it by pulling the loose end. To unfasten the seatbelt, lift the upper part of the button. The life vest is located under your seat and is sealed in a plastic bag. When instructed to do so, take a hold.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Blowing additional air into the life vest. For more detailed information, please refer to the safety instruction card in the seat pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention.
All right. Our V speeds, we need to do that real quick. And this, oh, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, it's 299 or 2. Here we go. Actually, just hit.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Meant to hit this knot dial. All right, so this is going to be 123 because we're heavy. We're really heavy. And then this will be 126. Come on back. And this will be 126. And I could go ahead and get this out of the way now. Our charts state that at this level of weight, let's see here. Hold on. Here we go. When we're at this weight, we can go ahead and put in our landing at VREF, so we're between 60. So we will be landing at 120 knots VREF the whole way. Just want to check real fast. 64,000, yeah, so we're going to have 123 as our 123. And that'll be 123 as well. Okay, I think we are good to go. Yeah, we're doing flaps 10, so it's 64,000 pounds, so it's 125. Yeah, we are ready to rock. All right, clear on the left, clear right. So while we are beginning to taxi, first off, let's put on anti-skid. Our nav source will be FMS. Our altitude should have said already, but I did not. So we will be going to 24,000 feet. And I'm going to go ahead and export my windows. That is why you see the plane froze real fast. I should have done that before we started moving. But if I get it out of the way now, I won't have to worry about it later. I'm going to go ahead and export this. It's on my screen just below the, below the screen that you have. It's larger, so I can see it a lot better and be looking out of the cockpit, those good things. All right, let's get out of here. So that you can see, this is our Payware airport for Barbados. Really nice. Got FedEx over there. I even have a FedEx livery for the Dash-8. Might have to, fly that sometime. Nice vegetation, nice detailed airport, and I believe it is actually designed for a prepared 5. So that's a good thing. Okay, we got a ground speed of 17 knots, so that's good. Not too fast. nice job on this airport. I think it, it highlights as to why I've been doing some South America, Caribian, flights, because I just don't think that they really get the attention that they deserve on various channels. There's the more traditional long haulers, the big giant airlines, but these are some really nice airports that deserve some attention. And if you don't know about them, you probably aren't going to want to buy them. So here's an opportunity to showcase some of these smaller, lesser known, but definitely rich airports. Give them some love. Who knows? They could turn out to be some of the most, sought after airports on the internet. Don't know. I see they have the weathering effects on the engines. Very nice, very nice. Now see, the instruments that I have down here, I can take off out of this particular view, and I still have the benefit of my instruments, which is why I do this. Particularly when I'm flying by myself, or I'm not recording, as it were. So this particular flight plan that was generated does not have a SID, so we're relying on tower. Since I'm not flying with air traffic control, I'm going to say that our tower is going to give us a right-handed turn after we clear the runway, and we will take that right-handed turn until we are able to intercept our flight path heading out away from the airport. Alright, runway entry procedure.
Cabin crew proceeds with launch.
Alright, we are cleared for takeoff. Takeoff. Check. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. And our gear raise successfully. Yeah. Alright, we're going to lower our nose and then hit the IAS such that we get a climb that will help us maintain 170 to 173 knots. So we'll lower the nose, and we'll hold this heading for just a moment. $160. Alright, 170. So now we have our IAS. That will give us our vertical angles such that we know what weight we can climb at and maintain that speed. And now we are turning onto our course for our next waypoint. And let the nose up a little bit. Excellent. And we're getting out of here. Flaps up. Right, I'm going to go ahead and put on the autopilot. Now we shall intercept our course in just a moment. Not forget to select our altitude select so that we level off at 24,000 feet. And we're about to crest 10,000, so we will be able to turn off our landing lights. Turn off landing lights. No warning lights. Excellent. All right, I will bring you back when we reach top of climb. Okay, we are at cruising altitude. As you can see, beautiful day for flying. No turbulence whatsoever on our way up. So nothing to do but enjoy the islands that we will be passing over on our way to Puerto Rico. With that being said, enjoy the flight. so I'm bringing you back in a little bit after our top of descent. We're descending at a rate of 1,700 feet per second. I mean, 1,700 feet per minute, sorry. It's per second, my gosh. That'd be a missile. Yeah, and we're now crossing 18,000 feet. So, just did our barometric pressure check, cross-check. Well, cross-check if I had a co-pilot. But, our first officer, more formally. But nevertheless, we're heading to our waypoint. We are descending upon Pueblo, and then when we get to, let's see, which waypoint is that? Yes, when we get to Bravo, Quebec, November, we will take a turn south to Maz, of which we will turn back, which will get us on a waypoint that will put us on our final. So everything's actually going pretty smooth so far. Can't complain. Looking good. Alright, so let's see. So our cabin pressure warning light went on. Luckily we're descending. So I always struggle with what handles that. I gotta break out the manual. But, okay. We're gonna keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Get on the ground. Alright, so nothing too crazy is gonna happen for the next few minutes. So I'm gonna bring you back when we're a little bit closer to our final. There is our airstrip down there. Now I'm wondering why there's this little discoloration here. I'm hoping that goes away as we get closer, but I don't know. We'll see in a moment. Okay, so we are crossing 10,000 and we're on our way to May's waypoint. So let's go ahead and turn on landing lights. So we seem to be a little bit ahead of our descent rate. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back our descent rate to 800 so that we can still be on par with you know, our rate of descent that's predicted, because we were really wanting to be at 4,000 feet when we get to, let's see, let me just check that waypoint. So, back in the cockpit here. We want to be 4,000 feet at drawn. So, which will be, I believe, if it's not this, it's the next, but I think that's drawn waypoint. So, just bringing it back a little bit. And we should be fine. In fact, I might even bring it back just a little bit more, make it 500 feet per minute. There we go. Okay. Beautiful island. So as you know, I have Orbx Global, Chris Bell's Vector, going with black marble, and also have Orbx HD trees. So quite a bit going on here to add to the aesthetic allure, if you will. All right, there we go. Okay. Go ahead. Bring this on to 1700. Excellent. Now, after that, we should be at 2000. So let me go ahead and dial that in. Behind the 8-ball here. Bring back on the throttles. We'll give it 2,000 feet per minute. Because it is 4,000 above. It's not a hard restriction of 4,000, so I'm fine with that. Alright, and let's do our altitude select. Don't want to forget that. So when we get to 2,000, we hold it there, and that's when well, they're saying 2,500. So, okay, let's get it up to 2,500. Because I'm looking at two different sources, and they're giving me two different altitudes. But that's okay. I'm going with what's in the navs in the aircraft, so 2,500, and we're doing an altitude select. So that's fine. And we can go ahead and bring back our descent rate. Bring it to 900 feet per minute. And our speed, I think we can go ahead and drop it to 180. Bring back the throttles a little bit. See, that's where we're going. Okay, we'll be turning on that in just a second. I guess y'all would want to see this information, so that's fine. Alright, now we should be going down to 1,900. Alright, gear down. Give it a little bit more throttle. We'll hang here at 170 in terms of our indicated airspeed. Now what I will do is once our
2,500.
glide slope indicator is going to drop, then that is when I will take control of the aircraft and fly it in myself. It's looking beautiful. Up. And there we go. So now remember, our VREF is 123, so I'm going to go ahead and let the velocity start to drop, and I will add flaps. Flaps 5. Flaps 10. we're just a little bit to the right. Flaps 15. Flaps 35. Alright. Little high. It's alright. Bring back our speed. There we go. Bring our nose down to increase our speed. Now we'll bring our throttles to
1,000.
Increase, or should I say decrease our descent rate. So that discoloration is there, so that's real in the sense that something's amiss that I need to check on. Alright, there we go. This is probably conflicting with something, and I'll have to figure out what that is. I have a funny feeling I know.
500.
Alright, give it some more throttle, because this is a little low on our speed. That's alright.
Plus 100. Minimums. Minimums.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
Alright.
Too low. Flaps.
So it's like two different runways. So it's something about a conflict with the airports. So I'll have to look into that. But that's cool. Still a nice landing. And the general scenery doesn't seem to be, you know, anything wrong with it. All right. Exiting the runway. Bring up flaps. I think I did a little early. Should have done that after we crossed the line there. Oh, too much. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at where we'll be parking. I think we're going to put it at gate 8. Yeah, we'll put it at 3. Pardon that, you know, that happens when you load GSX and put in the marshaller. They gotta load the graphics, which puts a pause on this. Now that's one thing I think that Ultimate Ground crew for FS Crew does a bit better. It's not as huge an interruption when it happens. Now, maybe that's just me where that happens. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that off. Well, I see why I missed it. I think that the marshaller is so far in back from the line, he's inside the building, and therefore I didn't notice that he was there. That's fine. We'll just put her in anyway. Alright. Now, I did not turn on the APU, that's my bad. So we're just going to go ahead and do data, services, go ahead and request the GPU. May not be able to do that until I cut these throttles. So let's go ahead and do that. Our battery should hold up long enough for me to get that GPU on. Alright. There we go. And we'll go ahead and hit this exit, forward, and baggage. And we can go ahead. Yes, just revoke. Even if I'm at the wrong spot, we will just roll with it. I got my brakes on. At least I thought it did. Deboarding. Get on over here and do your thing. Alright, so there we have it. I will have to see why they have the two different material for the taxi runway. And here comes the bus. There's a conflict of maybe I have a theory about it. Maybe I had this airport in another brand. I don't know. But I'll get that worked out. But I'm glad we finally did get to the airport after we had our gear pin issue in our last flight. Appreciate you tuning into this. Be safe out there. And just remember, at the end of the day, we are all one. One human race. I think some of us need to be reminded of that. Y'all take care. And I look forward to seeing you in the virtual skies.